G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today, well, we're going to be checking out these. Now, this is a little mod for the Attitude V2s to how to put the faceplate on. Now, it might seem pretty straightforward, but I thought I'd document it anyway because I got one in the post. Super stoked because it is freezing in Australia, so all the time what I've had to been doing, you got to keep your goggles on your head all the time because when you're using these little eye cups, it fogs up almost instantly. So these are actually made, these are the faceplates for like the Dominators and the V3s and all those other ones, but they fit awesome on the Attitude V2s, so I thought I'd give a shout out to anyone who's still rocking these bad boys like me. This is a nice little mod that you can do that are really going to improve your goggles. It makes it heaps more comfy, it feels heaps better on your face and more secure too if you're going to be moving your face around. Maybe some people are flying all over the shop. And most importantly, you can just plug in the little fan at the top and it will completely defog your goggles. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, so here's the faceplate fan, and as you can see, you actually get two of these little foam cutouts. They're identical as far as I can tell, so you're going to need to stick one of these on. Oh, they're hooked together. You're going to need to stick one of these on here in a minute, but you can see it has this awesome little button just here which you can press, and it's going to spin up this fan which will shoot some air down these little ducts sort of into the sort of space where your eye is, so it's never going to fog up again. Woohoo! So that's going to be fantastic. And you can see under here there's some perfect space for mounting this on here because they actually clip extremely well onto the goggles. They don't snap into place, but it holds very, very nicely. Anyway, let's get starting on modding the goggles. So the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is you have to take these out. Now, I've taken mine off before, and then I decided I'd do a little video about this, so that's why mine come off so easily, but they just slide right out of place. And if we look at the fan right here, this is how easily it fits in. So it almost... There we go. That is how it fits in. Almost perfect. It doesn't actually clip in like on the Dominators or upgrading the Dominators or anything like that, but it does pretty much fit identically. And if you couldn't tell from if it wasn't just for the receiver, this pretty much to me looks like an Attitude V3. Anyway, let's move on to actually mounting it because this is a pretty short video and it's pretty straightforward. But what you're going to need some sort of double-sided tape or maybe some glue. You could use pretty much anything to stick it down. Alrighty, so I've got everything sort of set up in a process here, and I actually found something even better to use. Now these are like those poster hangers. I don't know if you've seen these. You can sort of, they're like command strips. You can put them on. They're super strong and also very, very sticky and very thin, which is important. So we're going to be taking our Fatshark goggles, putting some tape on there, putting our faceplate on, and then sticking on the last bit of foam. Anyway, let's get started with mounting it to the goggles. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I actually want to make a little sticky pad and put it just on here on the underside of the fan. And I'm going to cut this command strip to about that size. So there's one, put one side on. And just wait a little bit, and then I'm going to cut another part and put it on the other side. Don't peel off this sticky part yet because we're going to need to do that in a minute anyway. So we'll put this on. And then cut another part of the strip. It doesn't have to be perfect, although that's pretty good. Alrighty, there's that one. Hold that down, and now we can see how it will fit over our goggles. Perfect. I mean, look at that. Once that's in place, that's not going to be going anywhere. Alrighty, so the next bit I recommend, there is a tiny little gap across here, and I really recommend that people cut up some more tape or just some little bits and we just sit that across the edge because there is actually a tiny bit of room for it to click into. So that's what I'm going to be doing. There we go. So all I'm going to have to do in a moment is pull this tape off and it will be ready to stick to our goggles. So you can see that's going to help cross that light out there. It's not the same color, but it doesn't matter too much. It's not about looks because you know how cool you look with these on anyway. Now when you do this, really make sure that it is lined up towards the front because there is a small amount of leeway and you want to get it dead center in the middle. So that's what we're going to be doing, making sure that it is in the middle. And when it's in place, just hold it down for about 30 seconds just to give the double-sided tape sort of some time to stick and really make a strong bond. Okie dokie, so you can see on the inside none of these white bits are showing at all, and it blocks out all the light that's coming in. All I'm going to do, if you really wanted to, I guess you could colour that in now, but let's stick in this sort of foam insert, so it's nice and comfy on our face, and then check it out. Now I'm doing one end at a time just to make sure that I get the foam on there properly. And I'm using the top here as a guide so I know what's going on. Just using the edge of the plastic. Alrighty, now I need to press it together. So I'm actually going to press it against my face because that'll be the best way to hold it there. Woo! Alright, so here it is, and I gotta say, it looks fantastic. So much comfier than these little eye cups. Sticking this on your face, it really feels secure. But something I have noticed, and this isn't just this mod as well, this is all these sort of attitudes that I've tried on with this faceplate and the Dominators, is I get a lot of light leakage down the bottom just for me. It's not too bad when you're flying, but I would still prefer total darkness. So what I'm going to do, I've put a little bit of the double-sided tape just down here, and I'm actually going to glue a little bit of foam in just here. That's just me and how I'm going to block out the light, but I thought I'd just add that little bit in there too if you're interested. So there it is, I've stuck them on my face. I'm actually doing a bit of FPVing, looking at myself. This is very disorientating. Anyway, I hope that helps some of you guys out there, and if you're thinking about getting the faceplate and you've got some old fatsharks, definitely consider it. And I've even heard that they actually do fit on the Sky Zones on some of the forums. Anyway, subscribe for more FPV related content, and as always, happy flying! Let's see if I can get to the camera. Wait. This is not going to work. My quad's on the ground, so there's no, have no idea where the actual recording camera is here. Anyway, happy flying, guys.